Disclaimer. This is not an ad. Not an ad at all. I bought and paid for everything myself because Game Boy Advances rule! And I wanted to share my experience getting my hands on this puppy. So, let's get this out of the way. Never, ever did I think I would be doing a review this early into YouTube. Especially since I haven't uploaded since the fucking moon landing. I know, over-exaggerated, but that's what it feels like to me. Anywhosen, I would like to talk about a little purchase I made from a website called RetroRemastered.com.net.org.hub. But let me give you a smidget of backstory to really set the scene. Or more importantly, the video! So, I was watching YouTube, like any other human being on this earth does while the earth crumbles around them, but I saw this one video pop up in my feed. It was by a Mr. Jake Simmons.
Oh, hi. Wait a minute. Who are you?
I've never seen this man in my life. However, I do know Austin Evans. He makes some pretty good stuff. I didn't know who uploaded this video, I just knew Austin Evans was there, so it would be at least pretty alright content, unlike certain garbage goblins. So, I took my fancy Roku remote and clicked on his video. To my surprise, this wasn't an Austin Evans video, but a Jake Simmons video. And you may be asking, who the hell is Jake Simmons? Well, a goddamn Game Boy wizard apparently. The video was titled The Ultimate Game Boy Advance SP. So my eyes, ass, and little tootsies were invested in what Mr. Jakey Wakey had to say. I didn't know at all that it was at all possible to tell a GBA, hey, show a goddamn picture on my fancy television. I had no idea. Didn't even know the modding scene had gone that far. I guess I was too busy playing the new Kirby to know what the hell was going on. But anyway, there was a part of the video where Austin looks at that beautiful Mickey Mouse TV, and there it was. Wordle. But on a Game Boy fucking Advance. I knew, right then and there, that I had to stop at nothing to get my hands on this thing. I subscribed to his channel and discovered his website, RetroRemastered. Oh, it was glorious. So many custom Game Boys, from the original all the way to the micro, they were there. But, sadly, I saw no custom AV out GBA listed. My soul was crushed like a porn star's balls on a BDSM shoot. I couldn't give up though! I had to be able to stream WarioWare Twisted, my favorite Wario game to date. So, I saw a contact option and decided to message old Jake to see if he could in fact slap me together what was showcased in the video. But guess what? He messaged me that same day, and he said, yeah. So, we talked about pricing. It in the end cost me $250 before tax, a small price to pay for WarioWare Twisted on the big screen. It took roughly 2 weeks from my order placement to writing this script. And I have to say, this thing is a masterpiece! Maybe I'm not as experienced with these things as some modding YouTube peeps are, but goddamn you to hell if you don't think this thing is cool. So, straight out of the gate, this thing looks nice. The black and white makes it look very sleek. The screen is so crispy it could beat a Wendy's 10-piece chicken nugget to death. You do have your standard luxuries, such as headphone jack, audio scroll wheel, and your multiplayer port. But oh boy, this multiplayer port has another purpose other than destroying your friendship over Mario Kart Super Circuit. It came with this nice little cord here. One port goes into the audio jack and the other goes into the multiplayer port. They both lead to our little friend AV cable, the thing that got outcast after HDMI was invented. But we will get into that after I mention a few things first. This little guy can not only play your North American games, but your carts from other countries as well. I tried Mario's Picross 2, only available in Japan, WarioWare Twisted, and Wario Land 4. The speaker is the only thing I dislike. It's a bit quiet, but if it's a stock speaker, I completely understand. You couldn't hear your dad snoring on that thing. Also, the back was peeling just a tad whenever it arrived. But that is just a small gripe after all. I have some seriously sweaty mitts. Now, on to some extra features you wouldn't expect. Touchpads? Under that little screeny weenie? I actually thought the whole thing was broke whenever I received it because the color palette kept changing, and Jake was a little busy, so he forgot to send instructions. So I was flipping out. I was like,
"Oh my God!"
It's broken!
But he responded very quickly to my email and told me there were touchpads underneath the screen that changes color palette and brightness. So a big fucking sigh of relief to hear that. Can you blame me? I spent 250 smackaroos on this thing. Now on to the big stuff. The AV aspect. It works really well, but it's just like any other system that uses AV cables. So really it is fine. Unless you're a whiny baby.
You gonna shit yourself?
Let's ask my assistant Greg. Greg, how do you like this thing?
It's good thing.
It's a good thing, and that means a lot coming from Greg. He usually thinks everything is just okay. Now, I plugged this in for the first time thinking it would be an automatic thing, but I was big dumb. Was not the case. You have to hold down select and the left and right trigger for a few seconds. Then after that, magic happens right in front of your unworthy eyes. All the games I mentioned earlier, I tested. They all worked well, looked great, played great, felt great. If I told you how great it felt, I would have to put this review on X videos. Overall, worth the price I paid, and definitely worth the wait. Now, this is not an ad. I just love this thing so much, I just had to talk about it. Look, if you don't want to fool around with learning all the mumbo jumbo that comes with modding, it really isn't that much to order from this man. After I bought it, I was curious about how much it would cost to make. Look, I'm just gonna say, to the average fan, it would be more trouble than it is worth. Just order from Jake Simone and Pumbaa. Jake Simmons. Simone and Pumbaa. And how could I end my review without giving it a grade? I rate it a Wario Land 4 out of 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's definitely different from literally everything else on this channel, but who wants to stick to one thing anyway? If I wanted to do that, I would have used Gorilla Glue. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one, and I hope I swayed you to buy a kick-ass Game Boy Advance for your collection. Peace!